Any of y'all who are still walking around fat and or unhealthy are low vibrational, okay? If you want to vibrate higher, I suggest you drop down in the description box and click the link to purchase this and other high vibrating health and wellness products. That I watched the season premiere episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. And y'all know when I get excited about reality TV that y'all really in for something. And I'm thinking that Potomac might pull me out of reality TV review at retirement, and y'all might get me most of the season for Potomac because them hoes got it going on. Want to talk about it? Here you go. Nessa girl, The Real Housewives of Potomac is back. And let me tell you something. I am here for it. This was a juicy premiere episode, and we got a whole lot to talk about. So let's just get into it. The first thing that I noticed is Charisse is back. Now let me tell y'all something. When the show first debuted, I didn't like Charisse at all. I just did not like her. She came off very snobby to me. And then come to find out everything she was giving us on camera was one big fat ass fucking lie, because she was over there goddamn miserable, getting ready to go through a divorce the same way Deshaun Snow ass was on season 1 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and why her ass ain't over there no more because she was inauthentic. Charisse, welcome back. But is it me? Or did y'all notice Charisse has put on a lot of weight? Now, I know she said she got her breasts done and got some big titties, and I'm not going to sit here and fat shame the lady and make jokes about her weight, but I'm simply stating the obvious. Charisse ass must have got a whole lot of money in that goddamn divorce, because it is obvious mama is eating good. Okay, so the episode opens up with Giselle and Karen walking, getting ready to set up the picnic. I must say this. I actually love when Giselle and Cameron are getting along, right? But y'all know that shit ain't gonna last long. We already know it ain't gonna last long. But they really do well when they are getting along, and I enjoyed them. Robin joins the girl. She done dyed her hair Auburn child, or whatever the case may be. And then Robin brings up Mia's social media post about her having cancer. I agree with the girls when they were like, this looks fishy. Just coming out, I got a call from John Hopkins Cancer Society place, and I think I might have cancer. Like, it just feels weird, because most people's response, I don't think, would be like that. I lost the 3 closest people in my life to cancer: my grandmother, my mother, and my father. And when people first get those cancer diagnoses, or it might be cancer, from my experience, they retreat within and get very scared and get very sheltered, and then they damn sure don't put the world on alarm. Watch out, y'all, because I might got cancer. I mean, normally people wait until they know that they got cancer before they announce it on the world, especially social media. Now, in Mia's defense, Mia is a different character, right? She is different. We've come to learn that she don't operate and she don't think the way that the average person does. So it could be genuine. It could just be a quirk of Mia's. But I agree with the ladies that it does just feel a little off-centered. Ashley comes up and she talks to the ladies and tells them that she is getting a divorce. And she brings up the fact that they went down to Miami and Michael saw a girl that was interested in Ashley, wanted to do the threesome thing, and she didn't want to do it no more. And I'm going to tell you something what I've come to realize. I've come to realize that a lot of women allow these men, for the sake of keeping these men or pleasing these men, to allow them to get in these threesome situations and these swinging situations or whatever the case may be. Ashley did everything she needed to do to secure the bag. If she needed to have threesomes, she had threesomes, knowing damn well that was not what she wanted or what she was into. But I can say it doesn't feel like a surprise to anyone that Ashley and Michael are potentially getting a divorce. Because here's the thing, right? Like, Ashley's there for the money. And Michael wanted the young, hot, pretty girl. Or whatever the case may be. It was a business arrangement. It was, I don't care what nobody say. Now, anything you fucking feed and lay up with long enough, you will grow to love. So I'm not going to say they don't love each other. But it was a business arrangement from the start. Okay? Then she goes on to say they buying a house together. And everybody is looking like this shit don't make sense, because it doesn't make sense that y'all are buying a house together in an LLC. And we're going to dig a little deeper into that because the shit hit the surface and Cameron brought it to the surface later on in this review. Anyway, it felt good seeing the four of those ladies sitting down on a blanket under those cherry blossoms, getting along with each other. Now, then they move on to Candace and Chris. Now, Candace is not going on an IVF journey to save her eggs, which I definitely think is smart because, listen, let's face it, Candace don't want to have no goddamn babies right now. She don't want to have no babies. To be quite honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Candace don't want to have no damn babies ever. All right? Candace is very much giving, I am young, I am popping, I am fancy, free, and footloose, and I'm not trying to get tied down with no damn baby right now. So I definitely agree that the smart thing to do is to freeze those doggone eggs in the event that you do at some point slow down and decide that you do want to have some kids. Go ahead and let them start harvesting your eggs and all that shit now. She says that she's real busy, that she's been opening up for SWV and Faith and all that, but child, what she didn't tell y'all, and I wasn't there, but the people got in my comments, honey, they said that one of the performances, Faith did a mic toss. For those of us who grew up in the black church, that's when you go around with the mic to the folks in the room that can sing, and people ad-lib and freestyle and sing. And they said, baby, they handed Candace that microphone, and Candace would not take that damn microphone, baby. So, something a little off-centered with Candace's confidence in that doggone singing, because she didn't want to sing on the reunion that time. And she didn't want to take that microphone from Faith Evans during that mic toss or whatever the case may be. Girl, listen. Yeah, you got a little piece of voice. You know, it's good for a little yang, yang, yang around the house. But we understand you are auto-tune artist, and that's okay, Candace, because so is everybody else in today's generation. So don't feel no type of way about it. Don't feel slighted that, you know, you ain't one of the powerhouse vocalists, girl, because the industry don't require that right now. Go ahead and get your coins. She says she re-releasing this album that don't nobody want. But go ahead and re-release it and tree-release it as many times as you need to fulfill your dreams of being a singer. Last time I checked, wasn't Candace in grad school getting an MBA and wanting to work for the government or something or another? I don't know. Now she want to be the next reiteration of Beyonce. I applaud you, black woman. Go ahead and go ahead and get your things. Now, is it me or Candace and Chris is really giving a we ain't gonna be together beyond 5 or 7 years? They season over season are really giving a we are bumping heads and getting annoyed with one another. Now listen, I don't have no womb. I ain't never been through IVF. I ain't never went to IVF with nobody. But she was complaining to Chris about his schedule in regards to her going to get the IVF her eggs scraped when it's time for her to go to her appointments. On one hand, I can get how a wife or a woman would want a husband to be a part of that journey every step of the way. But on the other hand, and on the practical side of things, if the man gotta go to work, you going to the appointment to get your eggs scraped really feel like something you can do on your own. It's not like you going for the sonogram or for the fertilization of the embryos. Girl, I mean, it literally is like you going to get a pap smear. Unless you require Chris to go with you to get your pap smears. And then you sitting up in the office in front of the doctor complaining about the man's work schedule, which was not the place. The argument continues on into the car, and I'm here to say this to Candace. Candace, do you know how many bitches out here who got men that don't work and ain't got no job and ain't bringing in no income? Do you know how embarrassing it was to your husband to have your mama basically implying that he was leeching off of you and ain't contributing or ain't pulling his weight? That's a lot on a man. Now he goes and gets a job as a general manager, which I'm pretty sure is a very well-paying job. And now you complaining about his schedule? Like, girl, you better look in your household and see what the fuck you got. You got a man that work. Okay? You got a man that works. And unfortunately, in the state of America, men's is so goddamn sorry these days. I hate that men get applauded for the most basic of things. But bitch, you got a man that work. You better shut your damn mouth and be happy, okay? And fuck his brains out on the 2 days that he have off. The man work in an industry where he don't have a consistent schedule. And you sitting here fussing with this man about something that he cannot control. Like he said, if I have a 500 person event, what do you want me to do? Sis, I'm telling you, leave that man alone. He is working and got a good job. He's a good man, Savannah. Leave him alone. You causing unnecessary drama in your marriage, complaining about shit that a lot of women would bend over and backwards to have, which is a man that works hard and brings home a check. Okay? Robin and Charisse meet up at whatever to eat. And Charisse, Robin is bringing Charisse up to speed about what's going on. Charisse asks her that they set a date, and Robin brings up that she wants a prenup. And I was like, interesting. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to really take a beat and think about things. Now, at first, I was finna be like, you know, Robin, now you making money and your ass want a prenup, right? You making more money now you want a prenup. That's kind of foul. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, Juan was an athlete and athletes be wanting prenups all the time. But I'm going to tell you where I side with Robin at about this prenup. When Robin said she doesn't feel like someone who didn't earn the money should get half of somebody's money, I respect that. Because I feel the same way. You should not get half of somebody's money that you did not earn. Now, Charisse, on the other hand, she was like, you didn't think I should get half? Now, don't get it twisted, bitch. If you can get half, don't be no damn fool, bitch. You go ahead and get your half. But just straight up on GP, I don't think you should get half of somebody's money that you did not earn. You should get what's fair. And based on that knowledge, we can deduce that the type of prenup that Robin and Juan had was one in which Robin did not walk off with half of Juan's money. So I am of the school of thought that Juan should grant Robin the same type of prenup that she was willing to accept when he was in the lead. But then I was talking to my homegirl Quisha, and she said, no, because Robin lost all that man money. And I said, oop, you know what? You got a goddamn point. Because quiet as it's kept, Robin, you had done ran the bank account down to the zero, had letting the people fraud you all up. So the prenup really didn't mean a goddamn thing because it was nothing to divide because your ass lost all the money. So you know what? Honestly and truthfully, and I hate to be tit for tat, like, unless you gonna pay back, like, into the family account what you caused the family to lose and then set up the arrangement of the prenup, nah, bitch. Juan need to get half. Run Juan his coins. Give that man his things because you fucked up the church's money. Now you trying to keep yours. That's some shady ass shit. Mia pops up. Is it me? Or did Gordon have that shirt on before like 3 times last season? And I'm not clowning him because we all obviously wear our clothes more than once. But on TV, it's the general practice on these shows that these people don't be wearing their clothes more than once. But you know what? I forgot. Gordon, 97 years old. Gordon said, fuck that shit. This the shirt that's clean. This the one I'm putting on. Mia and Gordon have moved to Potomac. Or whatever. And they got a beautiful home. Is it me or were y'all a little thrown off at the rent amount? Now, from my understanding, Potomac is, the, creme de la creme, a rich, affluent area. And that was a huge ass house. It seemed to me that the rent would be more than $10,000. I don't know. I was expecting the rent to be more. Like, Toya and Eugene ass on Married to Medicine renting $17,000 to $18,000 houses or whatever. For how lavish that house was, I was just expecting it to be way more money. And keep in mind, I live in Miami, so maybe my assessment of home values is skewed because I live in a high market city. Like, I have a homeboy right now who lives in a 2-bedroom penthouse apartment or whatever, and his rent is $10,000. Hell, my rent is damn near half of what they paying. I mean, quiet as it's kept, if I wanted to, I could afford that house. Good job, Q. If I wanted to. I was just expecting the rent to be more than 10 grand, but shouts out, honey, 10 grand make you rich in motherfucking Potomac. I need to find me a little piece of man and move over there and live in a big ass house like that for $10,000. I just can't do the code. Mia talks to her mother, and the mother asks her what's going on, and she says, I got some lumps. I'm waiting on some phone calls. We're going to see. Like, girl, do you have an affliction or nah? Like, I just don't understand the evasiveness of the doctors told you something, okay? Can you give us the specifics of what they told you? Because you're like all over the place with what it is you have. Bitch, either you got something or you damn don't. Please help us figure it out. Karen gets over there and she brings up the social media thing and that, some of the girls feel that it's weird. And Mia says that her friend told her to take it to her highlight reel. Huh? Like, girl, you need to fire her as a friend because that was the dumbest ass excuse. It wasn't like you got diagnosed with breast cancer and then your friend was like, you should use your platform because this can empower other women to go get mammograms. You literally came to social media and told us nothing. And you stirred everybody up and told us nothing. Like, you have the right to tell your business, but at least if you're going to come and get people worked up about your health, have a definitive diagnosis before you come on stirring people up. It is coming off as very attention seeking, which is weird to me because you don't need it. You are clearly a celebrity at this point on a television show. And so then it makes one wonder, did you do this to add some layers to your storyline for the season? I don't know, Mia. It's just coming off real plastic, and you already have an issue with being plastic. Like, you come off like an inauthentic plastic Barbie doll of no substance. And while we know that that's not the case, that you're a businesswoman and you're smart and you have the things going on, like, read the room, mama. You come off very plastic, and you shouldn't be adding to that. If anything, you should be trying to cement a different reputation for yourself. See how I did that? Plastic and cement. That boy smart. I'm leaning towards ain't nothing wrong with you. To be quite honest, I'm leaning towards ain't nothing wrong with this bitch. Anyway, come hell or high water, Peter said if he can't hold a peach, he gonna hold a cherry blossom. Peter Thomas done slid his ass back up in there in Bravo. Yes, God, honey. And you know what? It's funny because when Peter opened up the Baltimore location, granted, I don't know what his rhyme or reason was for when he picks any city that he chooses to open one up in. But after seeing Wendy on the show now, it makes me wonder, did Peter consciously open one in Baltimore because there was a show going on in that city and that he knew that he could potentially get some crossover promotion with the show? And if he did, that was very smart. Or it could just be coincidence and now he's capitalizing off of it. Either way, it's good to see Peter, and it's good. He's already in the Bravo family. He's in good standing. And it's good to see Wendy and all of them coming through, patronizing his business. And once again, Peter's Bar One business is being cemented and plastered all across the world through the Housewives brand. Hats off, black man. With them high-ass prices at the Miami location, child. Them hoes is high. That's a whole nother video. I ain't gonna disparage my friend restaurant, but when you come to Miami to visit Bar One, bitch, you better have your good pocketbook. The one with the deep pockets that you had an extra change in the quarters down at the bottom, because you going to need them going in them high-ass damn prices in Bar One. Wendy, if you don't go sit your goddamn ass down with that shitty-ass idea talking about a lounge after 5, but you want to merge education and lounge together, and it can be like a library. Wendy, that was the dumbest shit that could have ever came out your goddamn mouth. Carry your ass back over there and sell them candles that don't nobody want. Matter of fact, before you try to open up another business, how about you get that one operating properly? Because at least we see traces and presence of LaDame here and there sprinkled around, you know, with the white diamond wearing crowd. Wendy, we saw them damn candles on the show, and we ain't heard shit else about them candles. Ain't nobody saying nothing about them damn candles. You ain't sending folks candles for Christmas gifts. You ain't brought no candles to the Bravo Clubhouse. Like, girl, focus on them damn candles before your ass try to open up a library lounge. And then Peter said, honey, once again, here's where Peter smart. Peter said, well, I put my money up, obviously, because he got it, doing what he doing. Peter looking at you as an asset, baby. You are a promotional vessel. You are on this show. It's very smart. Peter said you could be a 20% partner. You was fine with that. Did he told your ass it was $350,000. And then you said, ooh, you got to talk to Eddie. But here's the thing, right? Like, let's remove the fourth wall here and let's be for real. Eddie is a lawyer. You were doing your teaching thing your law thing, your CNN commentating thing, and those incomes were sustaining you, Eddie, and the children before you came to the show. You haven't moved. You probably bought a new car. I don't know. I'm sure you upgraded your wardrobe. But it would seem to me that you could use your Real Housewives money as your seed money to get into this business if you needed to, because I'm sure you're making more than $350,000 at this point, and y'all got it. Wendy, I would love to see you open a lounge. I would love to see you and Peter go in business together. I think it is an excellent idea, especially if there's a need for it in your market. And one thing that I do know about Nigerian communities, they tend to stick together and like hang out at the Nigerian spot. So you definitely would have a built-in audience. I think it's smart, and I hope that you and Eddie do actually move forward with the lounge idea with Peter. Just make sure you get everything in writing, girl, because you know they be saying, look, I don't make the news, I just report it, but they be saying Peter don't be doing good business with the people, child. Now I'm just telling you what the people said. You a lawyer, you read over it. Eddie a lawyer, let him read over it, and then you hire another lawyer and let them read over it too, just to make sure you good with your 20%. Ashley visits with her mama and her family there. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Miss Beverly done got her a new wig, honey. Now listen. The wig could still use some improvement, but we gonna take the small victories. Y'all didn't see Miss Beverly, honey. Beverly came. Beverly had that thin ass wig, but it had a little shape to it. I guess Miss Beverly said she got tired of the girls reading her dusty wigs, and she went and got her a better wig for this season. Miss Beverly, why am I calling this? The woman name is Sheila. I don't know why it just feel better calling her Beverly. Miss Beverly, I don't know what the budget looking like. I don't know if Michael and Ashley cut you off. I don't know what the tease is. Keep this wig, okay? Like, it ain't the best, but it's better than what you had. And if you giving me the best that you got, like Anita Baker, then I take it. We gonna hold on to this wig. We gonna hold on. I work with it. I lay off you this season with this wig because it got a little shape to it. That's a little thin down at the bottom. I ain't never seen no wig with split ends. It was thin. I mean, you could use a half a bundle or sew a track into that wig to give it a little volume where it was only $9. So you could buy an $18 wig with more volume, but you have improved. I want you to know we recognize the improvement. We applaud it and shape it out. Okay, when you don't lay on it, when you go to bed at night, take her out, put her on the wig head. Don't get her wet. Don't put no heat to her. Don't put no products in her. Don't brush her too hard. Because this wig got to get us through the whole season, Miss Beverly. Because we can't have you looking like you been in the past. Okay. Ashley come in there and talking to Uncle Lump. And start, I love Uncle Lump because Uncle Lump keeps it real with Ashley's ass. And when she starts talking about buying this house in the LLC, Uncle Lump is like, are you getting a divorce or starting a business? Like, what are you doing? Ashley, the first step is getting a lawyer. You don't even have a lawyer. That's because Ashley's ass is not getting a divorce. Okay? Ashley revealed to Uncle Lump that her prenup has expired. So at this point, she actually could go after half of Michael's assets. And let me tell you something. Somebody who knowingly can get half of somebody's money and wanted to get a divorce, truly wanted to get a divorce, would have had their ass down to the Cochran firm first thing Monday morning. Okay, would have been meeting them out there with Dunkin' Donuts and coffee, talking about, good morning, I need a consultation about how the fuck I'm finna take this rich white man to the cleaners because I'm tired of his old bisexual ex. Okay, that's what real fish who trying to get a divorce and trying to get half of a bitch money would be doing. That ain't what Ashley doing, because Ashley ass ain't trying to get no divorce, and Karen ass brought the shit to the surface, and we gonna talk about it when we get down there. They move on to Giselle getting her house together. Did Giselle get the house together, or did it get worse? Like, I was talking to my homegirl on the phone, and let me be fair. Art, style, fashion, beauty is all subjective, right? I got on this shirt. I think it's fly. Somebody else thinks it's ugly. It's all subjective. So, Giselle obviously thinks her house is on and popping. But that little house on the prairie shed that she got super glued to the side of her house, that shit just got to go. Now, on the inside, it looked good, but Giselle, it really is giving like you went to Home Depot to the shed department and was like, what's the biggest shed y'all got? And they delivered it, and then you just had them affix the shed to the house because it don't match. And you know what? While I'm sitting here trying to give you grace for your style, Giselle, when you pull up to that house, you have to see that shit don't match. Like, come on, I'm being the good friend here. This part of the house is brick or whatever, stucco or whatever it is, and then you have this tool shed that sticks out like a sore thumb that's vinyl siding. Like, can we take the siding off and brick it or put some stucco and at least make it match? Like, I ain't never seen a bitch with a mismatched house. I don't see bitches with mismatched socks, mismatched bundles, mismatched clothes, mismatched baby daddies, mismatched kids, but I ain't never seen nobody with a mismatched house before. And Giselle, your house is mismatched on the outside. When we get in, Giselle is talking about her fashions for Karen's party with her daughters. Now, is it me, or are Giselle's daughters blossoming into some beautiful young ladies? Yes, God, and all of her children were gorgeous. But children grow so fast, and they have matured so much since last season, and they are just blossoming into the most beautiful set of twins, and I was glad to see them. But girl, did you see when Giselle's daughter told her, she held up that first outfit, she said, it's giving church. So I fell out laughing because I'm like, look girl, what you know about it's giving anything? And then she said, Mommy, I thought we upgraded your wardrobe. Honey, when your children know you can't dress, that's when you know you's a mess, okay? The girls leave the room, and Karen sends the invites. Those were some real nice invites that Karen sent. Karen always send unique invites. Quiet as it's kept, my hungry ass would have been into them damn tacos too, but I really did like them invites. Karen is real classy based when it comes to her invites, and I like that. Now, I can't afford them invites. You know, invites like that probably be like $300 an invite. Well, you only giving them to 8 people, I guess. Y'all hoes getting the 24-pack out of Walgreens in the Valentine's section when it's time to get invited to my shit. Or better yet, you getting the Evite in a text link. But shouts out to Karen for the classy based invitations. We get to Karen's party. So I guess we're going to have a new girl on the show, Jacqueline, who's a friend of Mia's. We got to see a little taste of her. We didn't get to see enough for me to have an opinion one way or another. I can only say she's pretty and she looked nice. Giselle talked to Karen, and they started dissecting Ashley not getting this marriage, this divorce. And this is when it all made sense. Karen broke it down. Karen said Ashley is a very smart girl, and Ashley is tired of living in that goddamn condo, and she wants a house. And this is her way of getting Michael to get her to get a house. And you're absolutely right. Ashley is going to play the divorce card. She going to get Michael to set her up in that damn house. Once she gets her house, she's going to pull the I don't want to get divorced, we're working it out thing. And Michael's ass is going to be over there in that damn house with his children. Or, knowing Michael, he may stay his ass over there in that damn condo. But Ashley wants a house. Ashley wants the picturesque life of children running around in the yard. And I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to live in no damn condo either with children. I mean, granted, they have a big, spacious, beautiful condo. People in New York live in buildings all the time. But if I had kids, I would want to live in a house with the yard as well. Giselle then confronts Ashley and says, Ashley, you're lying to us. And I love it. Giselle was straightforward. She said, Ashley, you're lying to us. You don't buy a house with somebody that you're divorcing. All right? When I divorced Jamal Bryant, I was not getting a house with him. This person got a divorce. You're not buying a house with him. Juan's name is not even on Robin's house. I said, whoop, shit. Shit now, bitch. How the fuck Juan and Robin got into it? You don't got on here and sprayed them damn people business. And the funny thing about it is, Giselle did not do it on purpose. I can honestly tell you, she did not do it on purpose. Now, what she revealed was nobody's business, and it actually adds extra layers and texture to that earlier conversation that Charisse and Robin was having about marriage and prenups and the money or whatever. Robin is real apprehensive about her money and her assets when it comes to Juan after she don't got this little piece of show or whatever. And Robin, you really got big nerve after running Juan ad, losing all Juan money. But I imagine if and when they do get married, she'll put his name on the house. And I imagine Juan, with his coaching salary, is paying the mortgage or a portion of the mortgage or whatever. I don't know, Juan. You better than me. Juan, you a better man than I ever be, because I'm not laying my head nowhere with no woman and my kids. I'm not laying my head nowhere where my name ain't on the shit. Okay? You and Robin are in a situationship, and it seems come hell or high water, y'all not splitting up, whether y'all get married or not. My name would have been on that damn house. I'm not staying nowhere where a bitch could put me out. I'm sorry. I don't give a good goddamn. We would have went and got an apartment. We would have went around there. Y'all could have stayed. Y'all, and as a matter of fact, and here's the funny thing, now that I'm thinking about it, y'all remember that house that Robin lived in when she did all this? Robin, you did all this? The house Robin was living in when she did all this. Then they said they were having a house built, if I'm not mistaken. So you mean to tell me you went down to the design center and had a house built with a bitch and your name ain't on it? I don't know what type of fool you is, unless you got your own exit strategy and you don't plan on being around long term, so you don't give a damn. And that's probably what the true tea is, because that's what it's giving at this point. Candace joins the conversation, and she says, if Ashley is divorcing that man, she will throw the divorce party, and I fell out laughing. Candace don't see it for that damn Michael, but based on what Michael has done to Ashley on this show, I don't see nothing wrong with Candace's sentiments. You know what I'm saying? And Candace did say it from a place of like genuineness, like she deserves better. Especially considering the fact that now she can walk away with half the damn money. Ashley, girl, get your damn money and leave. You right here talking about you ain't fucked the man in 4 months. Then you talking about you had a coochie craving. You got access now to half, girl. Get your damn money and leave and go be happy and stop playing. Or, matter of fact, I keep forgetting, Ashley is a very smart girl. This shit keeps her interesting on this damn show. Get your money, mama. Ashley gonna leave Michael as when it's time for her to leave Potomac. After that, after she milked this on Potomac and they give her walking papers, that's when she gonna leave Michael. Girl, get off. We see you. We see you. Sheila might look like a fool, but she ain't raised one. Ashley, you better collect all your coins, bitch. I know that's goddamn right, bitch. I get half this shit and I'm finna use you for a storyline. And when it's done, bitch, I'm getting my Bravo check and your check. Yes, God, get the check, bitch. Wendy gets to the party and she goes to speak to Giselle. And hug on Giselle. And Giselle was like, And listen. I'm with Giselle. Not because I support her, because I believe that everything Wendy served Giselle deserved, right? But I am on the same page with Giselle. Bitch, we don't get along. We don't like each other, so don't come over here hugging me. Don't come over here. You didn't even have to come over. Now, at the point in which we all converged at the table, you know, we could have exchanged hellos, but don't come over here hugging me, and don't make it an extra mission to come greet me like we friends. We ain't even got to do all that. And I'm glad, Giselle, you are actually like me in that regard. Giselle set the tone for the season. Like, when you see me, bitch, you don't have to speak, because you don't like me and I don't like you. All right? The only thing, Giselle, is that you created this situation, but that's last season, and we gonna leave that where it's at. Shouts out to my girl Riley Knox. Riley, I hope we get to see a lot more of Riley on the show. Riley been making all the girls' dresses and clothes lately. Riley Knox Couture, y'all check that out. That's really been growing for Riley, so congrats to Riley for that. Mia gets there. And Giselle confronts her about the social media, and shit goes left. I don't think that was the time and place. Obviously, the producers told them, when Mia gets here, bring this up. Let's talk about this. I guess, we're setting up the conflict for the season. We know how these things go at this point. Because that was not the time or the place, the moment you greet somebody, to bring up their social media. And first of all, it's really not even that deep. The girl can post whatever the hell she want to post. If you're really being her friend, what you should have asked was, hey girl, are you okay? And just let her say whether she's okay or not, and volunteer whatever diagnosis she wants to give y'all or not grill her about her social media post. Then Mia comes out and says she got a call that it said that it looks like she might have lymphoma. Like, Mia, you kind of losing me, and I'm feeling like you just said that to strengthen your non-defense of your post. Because when you was talking to your mama and she was asking you what the fuck was going on, you didn't mention they say I might have lymphoma. And when you were in your green screen confessionals, you didn't say shit about they said I might have lymphoma. And when you did your post, since you were being transparent and telling us all your business prematurely, you did not say they think I may have lymphoma. Y'all pray for me. So it really is feeling like something that you pulled out of your ass in an effort to try to have a defense. And we the people, we're not buying it. However, you were justified in cussing Giselle ass out, because it wasn't appropriate to approach somebody about their health, nor is it appropriate to question somebody about their damn health publicly. Like, you can talk about them, you can gossip about them behind their back, you can, ask them in a private setting, but it is a little tacky to question somebody about their health status if they tell you something. It just is. And Mia says, fuck you, and the episode went off. To be continued. This episode of Housewives of Potomac got off to a great start. And I think we going to have a good season, and I am here for the ride. So y'all hoes, stay tuned. If you're new here, be sure to like and subscribe, and y'all share this and let the girls know I'm back doing reality TV reviews for this or whatever. Y'all said y'all wanted to see more of me over here, and that y'all feel like I abandoned y'all for Fox Soul, and that's not the truth. So y'all will be seeing more of me over here on my channel. And I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye.